Hello students, welcome back to reactions of haloalkanes. In our previous video, we learned nucleophilic substitution reaction, and we also learned that nucleophilic substitution reaction takes place by two mechanisms, that is SN1 and SN2. And there we learned the SN2 mechanism. So today in this video we learn the SN1 mechanism, that is substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. And you know what is substitution nucleophilic, and that is substitution reaction means some functional group or some take the position of another functional group in an alkane or like that. And in nucleophilic means some nucleophiles are involved, then it is nucleophilic substitution reaction. And now you have to learn what is unimolecular, and from the word you know uni means single, that is one. So one molecule is involved in the nucleophilic substitution reaction, then it is known as substitution nucleophilic unimolecular, or in short called as SN1 mechanism. SN1 you can describe as S for substitution, N for nucleophilic, and 1 for unimolecular. So SN1 mechanism. Now why it is called as SN1? Because in nucleophilic substitution reaction, two reactants are involved. One is the alkyl halide and another one is the nucleophile. So two reactants are involved. Then why it is called as unimolecular? That is because the rate of the reaction depends. Here in this SN1 mechanism, the rate of the reaction depends only on the concentration of one of the reactant. That is why it is called as unimolecular. So by SN1 mechanism, the rate of the reaction depends only on the concentration of one of the reactant. And you have to note that it is carried out in presence of some polar protic solvents like water, alcohol, acetic acid. It is carried out in, we will learn what is the use of this, what is the role of polar protic solvents, we will learn. Now you just understand that it is called as unimolecular reaction because the rate of the reaction will depend only on the concentration of one of the reactant. We will see why it is dependent on only on concentration of one of the reactant by using this example. Here CH3-CBr, tertiary butyl bromide, is reacting with a nucleophile hydroxide ion, and it is giving tertiary butyl alcohol. IH group is getting substituted in place of halide ion or bromide ion, and bromide or bromine atom get departed as bromide ion. So this is a substitution nucleophilic substitution reaction, and through this example we will see the SN1 mechanism. So it takes place according to the mechanism. It takes place in two steps. That is, the first step is the formation of carbocation. That is, in the first step, tertiary butyl bromide will get converted to carbocation. Carbocation means carbon with a positive charge is called as carbocation. And halogen atom get departed as bromide ion. That is, it is changing into carbocation and bromide ion, and it is a slow step, it is a reversible step. And here comes the role of polar protic solvents. That is, the polar protic solvents solvates this, and it is then getting converted to carbocation and halide ion. So the first step is the slow step. And in the next step, carbocation formed is then attacked by the nucleophile, OH minus here, hydroxide ion. So it is a fast step and it is getting converted to tertiary butyl alcohol, and the reaction is over. So SN1 mechanism, it proceeds in two steps. First step is the formation of carbocation, which is the slow step, and the second step is attack of the nucleophile, giving the product. It is the fast step. And here in a reaction, rate determining step is the slowest step. And you might have learned in kinetics that the rate determining step is always the slowest step. So in the slowest step, only one reactant is involved, that is the alkyl halide is only involved. So this is the rate determining step. So the first step, that is tertiary butyl bromide changing into carbocation, is the rate determining step. So in the rate determining step, only one reactant is involved. So that is why this mechanism is called as unimolecular. That is, the rate depends only on concentration of one of the reactant, that is the alkyl halide, and not on the nucleophile. That is, even though two reactants are involved here, the rate determining step is the first step, that is the slowest step. That is the alkyl halide getting converted to carbocation and halide ion. Here this is the slow step, that is the rate determining step. So in the rate determining step, only one reactant is involved. So it depends on the only on the concentration of one of the reactant. So that is the alkyl halide, and so it is called as unimolecular. So it does not depend on the concentration of the nucleophile. That is why this mechanism is called as substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. It depends only on the concentration of one of the reactant. So SN1 mechanism is substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. The rate only depends on the concentration of one of the reactant. Now we'll see what are the features of SN1 reaction mechanism. The first one we have already seen. Step 1 is the slowest step, that is reversible, and rate will depend only on the concentration of one of the reactant, that is alkyl halide, and not on the hydroxide ion. And now, what type of alkyl halides undergo SN1 reaction mechanism? That is determined by the nature of the carbocation. Here in this, the greater the stability of the carbocation, greater will be the formation from alkyl halide. So you know, tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary carbocation than primary carbocation. We know tertiary carbocation means there will be 3 methyl groups or 3 alkyl groups attached to carbon atom, and alkyl groups are electron donating, so they will donate the electrons to carbon atom, and hence it will be more stable. So tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary carbocation. So according to this, tertiary alkyl halide will undergo reaction much faster by SN1 mechanism, and then the secondary alkyl halide, and then primary alkyl halide. So tertiary alkyl halides will undergo reaction much faster by SN1 mechanism. That depends on the concentration of that depends upon the stability of carbocation, because tertiary carbocation is more stable than secondary than primary. So the order of reactivity of alkyl halides by SN1 mechanism will be tertiary alkyl halide greater than secondary alkyl halide greater than primary alkyl halide. Now what type of compound or what is the nature of the compound formed? That is, if you see the mechanism, you can see that the first step is the formation of carbocation. In the first step, the carbon halogen bond is completely broken. You can see here L means leaving group. This is the X means the functional group. So here X, Y, Z are the 3 substituents. L is the leaving group. So in the first step, this is changing into carbocation. The leaving group is already the carbon and halogen bond is already broken. So in the you will get a carbocation. So the next step is the incoming nucleophile attacking the carbocation. So this nucleophile can attack from either through the back side or through this side where there was a leaving group or a halogen atom. So because already the leaving group has left, so it is so the nucleophile can attack either through this side or through this side. So you can get a DL isomer, or we will get a racemic modification, or we will get a plus or minus isomer. And so this is known as racemization, or we will say this is known as racemic modification. This is because in the case of SN1 mechanism, the first step is the formation of carbocation and the carbon halogen bond is completely broken. So that space is vacant. So the incoming nucleophile can either attack from this side, back side, which is also free, and it can attack through the front side where there was a carbon halogen bond. So that is also free there. So nucleophile can attack from both sides, and we get a plus or minus isomer or DL isomer, or we will say we will get a racemic mixture, or we will observe racemization in SN1 mechanism. So this is about nucleophilic substitution SN1 mechanism, that is substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. Here the rate depends only on the concentration of one of the reactant, that is the alkyl halide. That is why it is called as substitution nucleophilic unimolecular. And you can see we will get a racemic mixture in SN1 mechanism, and tertiary alkyl halides undergo SN1 reaction much faster than secondary than primary alkyl halides. Now, so we have learned SN2 and SN1 reaction mechanisms. Now we'll see what are the difference between SN2 and SN1 mechanisms. That is, we'll see one by one. First is SN1 mechanism, and this is SN2 mechanism. We know SN1 mechanism, the reaction takes place in two steps. That is, first step is the formation of carbocation. Second step is the attack of the nucleophile to the carbocation. It proceeds through intermediate, and in SN2 mechanism, it takes place in a single step. That is, the nucleophile attacks the alkyl halide, and then it proceeds through a transition stage, and then transition state becomes unstable and it soon changes into the product. So it is a single step process. Now here in SN1 mechanism, product transformation takes place through intermediate. That is, in the first step we get carbocation, that is the intermediate in SN1 mechanism, that can be isolated, that is stable. But in SN1 mechanism, product transformation takes place through transition state. The transition state is unstable, it cannot be isolated. Transition state becomes unstable. Is unstable because the carbon atom is attached to 5 other atoms or groups, so it becomes unstable, it cannot be isolated. Now third point is SN1 mechanism, reaction takes place in presence of polar protic solvents, whereas in SN2 mechanism the reaction takes place in polar aprotic solvents. And next difference is order of reactivity of alkyl halide is tertiary alkyl halides readily undergo SN1 mechanism than secondary than primary, whereas the order of reactivity of alkyl halide in SN2 mechanism is primary alkyl halides undergo SN1 mechanism because of less steric hindrance than secondary than tertiary. And the nature of the product, we get a racemic mixture by SN1 mechanism, or we observe racemization or racemic modification is observed in SN1 mechanism, whereas in SN2 mechanism we get an inverted product, or we observe inversion of configuration in SN2 mechanism. So these are the difference between SN1 and SN2 mechanism. This is the nucleophilic substitution reaction in haloalkanes. Hope you have understood this. If you find this video useful, if you find the explanation useful, please like it, share it and subscribe. Thank you.